my topic is stem cell research. A good news for curing diseases. Just last week on October 17th, CNN News reported stem cell help nearly blind see. Human embryonic stem cells have restored the sight of several nearly blind patients. Also, in October of CNN News, Dr. Joseph Billy, who invented eye surgery using laser, also said there shouldn't be any blind person from now in the world. And why I'm interested in this topic, because the assistant of priest in my church, he is paralyzed from the waist down by a car accident, and he wants to receive the stem cell therapy treatment to get his movement back. But so he asked me to collect the information from China, where the stem cell research and also the stem cell therapy has been successfully applied for the spinal cord injury cases. So what is stem cell research? National Institutes of Health for Stem Cell Research reports stem cells have a potential to develop into many different cell types in the body during early life and growth. They are cells capable of renewing themselves through cell division. And also they can, under some certain conditions, they can becoming tissues or organs specific cells and with special functions, and offer new potential for treating diseases such as diabetes and heart disease and Parkinson's disease. So I assert and I propose stem cells research and cloning technology should be supported for curing human illnesses. And however, the opponents of embryonic stem cell research compare the destruction of an embryo to an abortion. They believe that an embryo has the potential to develop into a fully born human being, so that embryonic stem cell research are immoral, to destroy a life, but to save another. But I will be discussing why stem cells research should be supported by following three plans. First, stem cells are the cure for many human diseases and conditions, as we mentioned earlier. Now, CNN reports the transplanted stem cells can help people restore their sight. And researchers also follow 18 patients for 3 years and saw no signs of rejected of the transplanted stem cells. A bioscientist, Kalasko, she reports in her article, a clone of your own. She says an estimated 500,000 Americans are suffering of Parkinson's disease, and there's a need for cure from stem cell research. And she also reports in China and Israel, the patients who have spinal cord injury condition. An example, we recall the actor Christopher Reeve, who starting the Spider-Man series. He was also paralyzed from a horse riding accident. And he also became an advocate of therapeutic cloning until his death. So there's a need to continue the stem cell research. And continuing, my second claim is stem cells are safe to use for stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy is the use of stem cells to treat or prevent a disease or a condition. Bone marrow transplant is a form of stem cell therapy that has been used for many years. For over 30 years, bone marrow has been used to treat cancer patients. with the conditions such as leukemia and lymphoma. And in 2009, Los Angeles Times has reported that FDA has approved the first clinical trial using human embryonic stem cell is safe enough to use on human. And my third claim is to respond to the opponents. The stem cell is to destroy a human being. So we need to understand that stem cell research is not necessarily required to disconstructing stem cell. Scientists primarily work with two kinds of stem cell. The first one is the embryonic stem cell, and another is non-embryonic stem cell, which we also call adult stem cell. And the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services explains to the public what are the differences between two major stem cells. First, adult stem cells are found in bone marrow, muscles, and the brain. They generate replacement for cells that are lost through normal wear and tear, endure, and diseases. The adult stem cell can renew itself and can be differentiated to yield some of all the major specialized cell type of the tissue or organ. And second, embryonic stem cells are derived from embryos. But most embryonic stem cells are derived from embryos that developed from eggs that have been fertilized in an in vitro fertilization clinic and then donated for research purposes. They are not derived from eggs fertilized from a woman's body. So here to conclude my three claims, I want to say stem cell treatment could cure several severe illnesses and conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and Parkinson's disease and spinal cord injuries. Los Angeles Times also report that FDA has proved that it's safe to use stem cell in human. And also we know in 2009, President Obama also signed an exclusive order reserving federal opposition to embryonic stem cell research. So we should be interested in how stem cell and cloning can cure many of serious diseases and conditions. Thank you.
All right. Well, the proposition as it's written here and the way it sounded like you were presenting it sounds like it's a policy claim, and then there are a couple of places where there are some value arguments that are being introduced, so that kind of diverts us from the point that you ought to be making, and that is that embryonic stem cell research is required in order to cure particular issues, or that particular medical problems can only be fixed or repaired or replaced or solved with embryonic stem cell research. You have an example that you refer to on somebody getting transplanted embryonic cells in their eyes and their vision was restored. I think that that's the one example that demonstrates that stem cell research is working, at least the embryonic stem cell research. There's not much controversy about bone marrow transplants and those sorts of things. Everybody knows they work. There's not really a lot of controversy about adult stem cell research. Everybody's all fine with that. The conflict on embryonic stem cell research, like I said, is primarily value-based. although there is a claim of fact here about whether or not it will work, the problem is that I didn't hear a lot of information that says that it will work. I heard a lot of information that said we got a whole bunch of problems here that this might work on, but like I said, the only one that I heard a specific reference to was the ocular transplant, and that seemed to be a little bit underwhelming. Otherwise, I got a review of some of the information that is done, what stem cell research is involved, distinguishing the different types, talking about the value issue, a little review of people's attitudes on those sorts of things. And the claim, I don't think, ever congeals into the form that it would work best as for a claim of fact. So there are a couple of places where you're close to getting that kind of argument, but like I said, too often it ends up being just background information on the subject, and I think you need to be making a stronger inference. All right, thank you.